Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're going to do a little bit of an update on Michael Keaton as Batman, right? Because, yeah, we've been talking about Warner Brothers, and we talked about The Flash being not a very good movie and a complete waste of Michael Keaton. Now he's coming out and saying that in regards to Batgirl, he didn't care. He was in it for the paycheck. He didn't care that they pulled the plug on Batgirl. And for those of you who don't know, they filmed an entire Batgirl movie. I don't know if it was going to be his Batman universe, if it was like in the same Batman universe as The Flash, or what the deal was. But he was in it, and that was going to be a selling point, was that Michael Keaton was coming back as Batman in this Batgirl movie. They decided to shelve it for tax reasons. They said it was so bad, they'd rather cancel it. I don't know if I completely believe that, because The Flash was pretty bad too, right? And they released that one, but I think they had a bunch of money tied up in it. But yeah, he's like, I was just in it for the paycheck. I don't care if they cancel it or what. I got paid. At least he's honest.
Yeah, no, well, you know, hey, he's a what, Pittsburgh boy?
Yes, he is.
Yeah, we're a lot more honest. Sometimes more than people like over here.
We are very blunt over here in Western PA. Yes. So he's just like, yeah, I don't care. I was just in it for a paycheck. They can do with it whatever they want to do. And that actually is true. I mean, at the end of the day, the studio, whatever they want to do with it. I know some people are like, oh, it's high art and you can't do this or that. He's like, yeah, whatever. I got paid. I don't care. So let's talk about this before you do it any further. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. Guys, you get woohoo if you do.
Woohoo!
Yeah, so the Batgirl movie. There are some set photos here, and apparently they like burned every copy of this.
Yeah.
They deleted it off of the servers.
Yeah, like they had to screen people who worked on it or whatever, and then then supposedly they destroyed it, which I never understood that, but okay.
Yeah, so I don't even understand what universe this is supposed to be taking place in or whatever, but because it doesn't look like tonally, it doesn't look like the Keaton, the 89 Batman. But yeah, they basically just got rid of it completely after they filmed it. And this is the same thing that apparently was going to happen to Coyote versus Acme. And then they had that other Looney Tunes movie where they did sell it to Ketchup Entertainment.
I know you said about that yesterday, and I was like, that is the weirdest name.
But it was so bad. They claim that they had to pull the plug. I think it was just like they took a look at it and they're like, what is this going to do in the theater compared to, what could we save in taxes? Maybe that's, I don't know how this works. I've never written off a multi-million-dollar movie, but maybe you have to destroy all the evidence that it existed. Maybe, they were pulling TV shows, cartoon shows off of streaming services and all this stuff to save money. And is she wearing like a rubber bouncy ball?
I don't know. I'm just trying to get past the pants.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with this. I have no idea what's up with this. Anyway, he said he didn't care. Yeah, this is a Variety. Michael Keaton played Batman in an axed Batgirl movie, but he isn't upset the film got shelved. I didn't care one way or another. Big, fun, nice check is what he said. So he talked to GQ magazine, and they probably promoting Beetlejuice, right?
I'm guessing, yes.
Which he does care about.
Yeah, he said that he made sure he said he cared about Beetlejuice.
Yeah, he cares about Beetlejuice.
That's okay. So does our daughter. She's very excited.
Yeah, now here's the thing. They can get him back for The Flash and get him back for Batgirl. Why doesn't he just get together with Tim Burton and do another Batman 89 movie?
Probably because you have to have permission to do the Batman 89 movie.
Well, get the permission.
It's not as easy as that. Plus, you don't know if Tim Burton wants to do it.
Yeah, it could be fun, though. Like, give him a proper send-off. Anyway, he said he wasn't too upset when Warner Brothers scrapped the release of Batgirl, in which the actor reprised his role as Batman opposite Leslie Grace. I forgot what her name was in the title role. Studio shelved it in August of 2022. People, man, they wailed on Twitter. I remember everybody being angry. It was a $90 million movie. So it was like a made for Max or something. It was already shot. It was through post-production. They canceled the Scooby-Doo movie too.
At that point, just put it on, the streaming service.
Voodoo or something.
Yeah, or just the streaming service. So you're not right, but then they wanted to write offs because they needed cuts. They needed write-offs to save themselves then. So that's a big one. Yeah,
it's weird because I'm looking at this and I'm like, I can't imagine having a movie that far into production and being like, you know what, let's just not release it. We got Michael Keaton back. Let's just not do it. Yeah,
I know. Honestly, I kind of low-key wish they hadn't released The Flash with Michael Keaton because that just totally sucked.
Flash was awful. He was the best part of it, and he
Could
was
have
only
written that one off too.
You could have. That was 300. They spent 17. I think it was $17 million promoting that during the Super Bowl, and it was god awful. It was literally one of the worst superhero movies I've ever seen. But they said, yeah, the reason behind their decision to kill it was a tax incentive.
Yeah.
He said, no, I didn't care one way or another. Big, fun, nice check, Keaton said when asked if he was disappointed in the film's acting. GQ notes that Keaton was also rubbing his fingers together in the universal gesture for moolah. Big, fun, nice check. He bought himself a new Batmobile and a bat cave to park it in. I like those boys. They're nice guys. He's talking about the directors, right? I pulled for them. I want them to succeed. And I think they felt very bad, and that made me feel bad. Me, I'm good.
Like he felt bad for them, but he himself didn't carry their way.
He was probably, you know what? If it was really as bad as people said it was, he might have been like, oh, thank God, because I don't want people to remember my last turn as Batman as this. I'd rather have them remember me in The Flash, which was pretty much just as bad, you know? Said Batgirl was one of 2 comic book tentpoles. That was supposed to mark the return of Bruce Wayne Batman from '89. The other one was The Flash. It did get a theatrical release, but it bombed at the box office. Keaton spoke to GQ earlier this year about the backlash that erupted when his Batman casting was first announced in the 80s. Yeah, that was the thing. People forget. There was a time when we didn't have the internet. Do you remember that?
Yes, I remember it, but most people don't. A lot of kids don't.
Our kids don't remember a time before the internet. They don't remember a time before cell phones. Like if you got dropped off at the mall, you had to make sure you didn't spend all of your quarters at the arcade because you had to have 50 cents to call home to get a ride back, right? Mm-hmm. And nobody knew where you were.
Or you just said, collect call, who's calling? Come get me, Mom.
Come get me, Mom is calling.
I'm at so-and-so's house.
Oh my God.
Am I wrong though?
No, you're not wrong. But he said, yeah, there were 50,000 letters sent to Warner Brothers complaining about that. I remember there being a lot of people angry that he was cast as Batman because they're like, wait, you're going to have Mr. Mom play Batman.
I love Mr. Mom.
Yeah, but as Batman.
Mr. Mom. Yeah, I know. I thought it was a weird choice at first too, but you know, it worked out really well. I thought he was fun.
Yeah, I thought he was great. And most people now, they look back at the original Batman and they're like, that movie was great. It was a great movie. Has it aged as well? I don't know. I tried watching it around Christmas time. They have that one Roku channel. It's like, I think it's called like Christmas and a bunch of other shit.
Yeah, that's totally what it's called.
Because it was
I had a channel, that's what I'd name it.
Christmas and a bunch of other shit. Because it's like, okay, Christmas Story, okay. And then there's like
they were playing Scrooge.
And then all of a sudden, Batman's on. I'm like, wait, what?
They played it after Scrooge.
And then Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is on. I'm like, what? I'm like, this isn't Christmas.
So it's a good channel.
It's a good channel.
I wish you remember what it was called because it
Christmas
wasn't actually
and some other shit.
It wasn't actually. It was not called that.
But yeah, and they were. So I was watching it. I'm like, yeah, it's great in some ways, and in other ways, it just did not age very well. But it was ahead of its time, and it was kind of, I think, the return of superhero movies, right? Because before that, we had 2 great Superman movies and 2 dog shit Superman movies, and a lot of dog shit superhero TV, and then we got the Batman movie. Oh God!
My mom's name's Martha too.
Well, that was Batman Superman.
I know, but it was still suck.
It was still suck. I know, but yeah. So we had Batman '89, and then we went from that to, then Batman eventually came off the rails after like 2 movies, three movies, I guess, and then we got into like Batman Begins. We got into the X-Men and all that stuff. So yeah, you really have the original Batman '89 doing that well to thank for all of the shit we get now, I guess. But he said Tim Burton deserves.
Today's video is brought to you by the word shit.
Yes, I just want to make sure that this isn't marked for kids.
Take a shot every time Neon says it.
I say it a lot every day.
Don't do it.
Oh, he says it too.
Wait, he said shit?
Yeah, he does.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He said he was talking about Birdman. He said it was an acting comeback for Keaton. A really, really, really smart guy. A guy I like a lot said, comeback. That's the story Keaton told GQ, I went, honestly, it's kind of bullshit. That's true. He actually was in several movies, but not a lot of them good. He was in the RoboCop reboot, which was terrible, and I forget it exists. And it's
he was
better
in
that way.
Herbie.
He was in the Herbie movie. Yeah, and that movie is actually underrated. It wasn't terrible. But yeah, I mean, they were like, oh, Michael Keaton's,
He had the McDonald's thing too. What was that?
Oh, The Founder. Yeah, that was pretty good. Yeah. But,
I like him. He's so okay. Why does he swear so much? It's because where I'm from. Keaton. I never panic. If you get desperate, you're fucked. Don't ever get desperate. You can get insecure and nervous and go, wow, boy, I'm not doing so great right now. But when you get desperate, you're dead. It's because of where I'm from.
That is 100% true. He's a smart guy. Like he seems like a very smart guy. I think he was wasted on both of these movies. They should have just done. People are like, why didn't they just do a Dark Knight Returns with his version of Batman, or better yet, do a Batman Beyond? But I'm like, given current year, they would ruin it. Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they would ruin it. Hey, Bruce, why don't you give your money away, Bruce? Oh my God, that's what I want to see, the Batman story. Somebody needs to do this. If they haven't done already.
Well, you say this all the time.
I know, but I want to see this because it would be freaking ridiculous. It would be so funny.
There you go, DC Comics. Here you go.
DC Comics. Here you go. Here's the pitch. So after years of being harassed, Batman finally gives away all of his money. Bruce Wayne gives away all of his money. He gives it to the people of Gotham. Everybody gets their Bat bucks, their Bat stimmy check. And like everybody gets $50 and nobody has Batman to protect them. And then he retires. It's like, you know what? Y'all got $50. Congratulations. There's no Batman and you're all fucked. See ya. I'm out of here.
Yeah, people are convinced that money would solve world hunger or solve whatever. And it's like,
I bought 2 meals at McDonald's with my Bat bucks. And now I'm getting mugged every damn day trying to go to work. And there's no Batman here to save me. And the police department's corrupt. And just, yeah. So I think that'd be hilarious. I'd love to see that story. And then he's just like, yeah, whatever. Fuck you. You know, that's the thanks I get. Fuck you all. Anyway, we're going to wrap this up.
Yes.
So there you go. He was just in it for the paycheck.
I think, you love the honesty.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, let's be honest. It probably wasn't that good of a movie, or that wouldn't have completely
That's true.
shelved it. So, I mean, I'm sure he was aware it wasn't that great of a movie, but he's like, hey, I'll get to be Batman again. Yeah, I like to be Batman again. My grandkids will think it's great, and I'll get paid a lot of money. The end.
I think it'd be hilarious if it was just like...
It'd be great if there was a copy of it somewhere. I would love to see it.
Oh my God. Somebody will... It'll surface at some point.
If they were smart, they would have made a big deal that they got rid of all the copies, and then been like, you know what? We're going to go ahead and put it on Max for subscribers only.
NFTs.
For 1 week or something like that only. And then I bet you their subscriptions would go through the roof.
I'm sure they would.
I mean, that's what they should have done. Or we're going to release it to theaters, this scrap movie that no one ever saw. I bet you it would do really well. Until word of mouth came, and then it would probably, fall off cliff.
I would laugh if it was actually better than The Flash.
Oh, it would probably be. That bar is low.
The bar is on the floor, right? And he was only Batman for...
You're not hearing about Ezra Miller anymore, are you?
No. Ezra Miller got gone.
All the Ezras, as you say.
All the Ezras. Oh, that's okay. Ezra will have a career comeback in indie films, and then eventually, come back maybe. If he, they, them doesn't get arrested, put in jail before then. Yeah. Anyway, we're going to wrap it up.
Yes.
Please subscribe. We'll talk later.
Bye.